Hey, so I just want to share this quick video with you guys out there today. I like to turn comments off my YouTube video into content. I like to turn emails and phone conversations into content because there's a lot of people that I talk to that are actually going through problems, but they're learning from it. So now I have the actual ability to put out these videos to potentially help some people out there so you guys won't have to go through the same problems. You know, there's a lot of times I've been through plenty of problems, and all of the content and videos that I create a lot of times are either giving you guys lessons learned from basically my mistakes or from the people that I have talked to, their mistakes. So you guys out there won't make the same mistake as what I've made or other people, you know, has made either. So I get a phone call last night from one of my mentees. I mentored this gentleman all the way from the formation of his LLC all the way up until his trucking company, until he actually got his trucking company operational. So he ended up sending me a text message last night and said, "Hey Manny, one of my drivers just left my truck at the truck stop, gave me a call, said he's catching a Greyhound bus and he's going back home. He just quit." So basically in the trucking industry, we call that abandoned truck. So this gentleman basically just abandoned this truck at the truck stop, but at least he did give the actual owner the courtesy of letting him know where's the truck at, and he is done and he has basically quit on him and just left his truck. Some actual drivers out there will not even give you that courtesy. They'll just leave your truck somewhere and won't even tell you, and then you'll have to go hunting and track it down. So this is basically one of those situations in this trucking industry that you guys have to prepare for if you aspire to be a trucking company owner. So I'm going to basically let you guys know today how you could kind of minimize, you know, hiring drivers like this. So some of you guys out there right now are hiring drivers, but you're not checking their DAC report, meaning a DAC is DAC, driver check. And I know a lot of you guys have actually heard of the DAC report. So basically, when you're hiring a driver, you have to check their DAC report. Their DAC report is going to consist of a lot of information, a lot of historical data of the actual driver. It's going to let you know how many accidents they've been in. It's going to let you know their MVR. It's going to let you know their work history, if they were able to be rehired by an employer or not. It's going to let you know, especially if they're a truck driver, if they have ever abandoned a truck before. And if they have ever abandoned a truck before, that means that a lot of other trucking companies will not hire them. Your DAC report is like your credit score. You want to keep it clean out there. So for a lot of you truck drivers out there, make sure you're conducting business and doing business the right way out there. So when you guys are the owners of a trucking company and you are hiring a driver, make sure you're checking their DAC report. I encourage a lot of you guys out there who are owners of a trucking company or who aspire to be owners of a trucking company to actually go out, go get your Class A CDL, because my mentee does not have his Class A CDL. So he can't, you know, drive there. He can't fly there to actually drive the truck back to his home base by himself, because he don't even actually have a CDL license to operate that dually truck. So I recommend everyone out there, go get your Class A CDL if you still want to go, own a trucking company, but maybe you might not want to drive. And also the biggest thing is when you're hiring a driver, make sure you guys are doing thorough checks on them. Make sure you're running their MVR. Make sure you're doing background checks. Make sure that you go check that DAC report. You know, that DAC report is very critical out there. So I don't know if this driver that was driving for my mentee has abandoned a truck before, but maybe he has a history of abandoning trucks. So maybe my actual mentee could have caught that if he would have checked his DAC report before he hired that person. So For you drivers out there, like I said, keep your DAC report clean so you don't have a problem going out getting an actual truck driving job. If you are owners of a company and you are hiring drivers, make sure you check their DAC report. Also for you guys out there, go get that Class A CDL. So if you have to drive that truck back, I mean, yeah, you might have to go buy the plane ticket to go get that truck. But now my mentee has to go find someone that has a Class A CDL just to drive that truck back to his house for him. He asked me if I could do it, but I couldn't do it at the time. So now he has to go out and actually go find someone to, you know, drive his truck back. So like I say, the importance of this video is, especially for you guys out there that's hauling, I'm not hauling, for you guys out there that are hiring drivers, make sure you guys are checking that DAC report, man. That DAC report is critical out there. And also know that as an owner of a trucking company, you have the right to add anything to your driver's DAC report. So since his driver just abandoned his truck, even though his driver might not have an abandoned truck on his DAC report, now the owner can put that on his report. So now that driver that abandoned that truck can't even go get another trucking job. I've talked to plenty of truck drivers out there that have experience of knowing other truck drivers, and I've also talked to a truck driver specifically that said, man, I can't seem to find a job because he thought I was going to hire him, you know. Man, I can't seem to find a job, man, because one of my old trucking companies put an abandoned truck on my DAC report, so no one wants to hire me. Well, I'm not going to hire you either. You know why? So I'm going to hire you so you could go leave my truck at the truck stop too one day. So now I have to go figure it out. So like I say, this video was just real quick, sharing you guys what's the importance of the DAC report. Means drive a check. So you owners of the company, you hiring drivers out there, make sure you go check that DAC report. And also for you company drivers out there and people that just want to drive trucks, hey, that's perfectly fine. Get out there, but make sure you keep a clean DAC report and make sure you just, you know, stay clean all over the board. Clean MVR. I know some of you guys might get into an accident from time to time, you know, but try to just do everything the right way out there, man, and you guys be safe out there. So send me an email if you guys have any questions at broker@manixtrans.com. Also visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.